Hey guys, Josh at Bane Tech, and I've got a pretty cool product here by Laza Wireless, and it's replaceable standard batteries for your Galaxy Note 3. Now they actually have a few more devices that they support, so definitely check it out, and I'll leave a link in the description. But this is really cool and unique because it's like a travel kind of style. You get this nice little case here, you get a charger and 2 extra batteries. Now I've done some testing with this already, so that way I can just go ahead and tell you what the results were like and if it's worth getting. But just to give you an overview of what the product is all about, you're going to notice here that you have a cradle and you have options of putting your battery in here. What's really cool about it is that it's a wall plug and it's no wires, so it cuts down on the bulk, and you can just plug this into your wall or any kind of receptacle that takes this kind of charge. And you also get a USB connection here as well, so there's a couple of different options for you. Now this is just one of the batteries here, and you get 2, like I said, so I'm going to leave one untouched. That way it just stays nice, and I don't necessarily need it at this moment, so I'm not going to use it. But here's the battery, and it's, like I said, it's the standard size. It's 3200 milliamp hours. So just in case you might not know, you have your backplate here. You have to take it off. You got your Samsung stock battery. And the way that you put this in is you find the gold connection points and put it in just like that. Now one thing I did figure out that I don't really care for is that this is not as tight as a fit as I'd like it to be, and I'll show you why. It falls out really easy, and the way that I found this out was I was trying to access my SD card, and you know, I had it upside down to just basically, this is how I normally take it out. I just pop it out like that and let it fall in my hand, and when I did that, the battery fell out as well. So just in case, if you're doing the same thing as how I like to access my SD card, make sure that you got your thumb on here or you're holding it down, or that you take out the SD card while this is top side. Otherwise, your whole power is going to shut off, and that's kind of annoying. But other than that, that's like the only flaw or issue that I've had with this battery. I wish it was just a little bit tighter fit. Obviously, just a hair, like not even that much, needs to be, I'd say, fixed. So while the phone is booting up, so I can show you some screenshots that I took. If you want to install the battery onto the cradle here, again, you just find those gold connecting points and just put it in here, and that's how it charges. Connect it to a wall, and that's all you got to do. All right, so let's take a look at some screenshots. I did 2 cycles of a test. That way I can kind of give you a decent indication of what the battery life is going to be like. And here on the first day, I got almost 20 hours worth. The screen on time was over 2 hours. Day number 2, I got a little bit less life out of it, but you can see that like the functionalities and the apps that I was using were completely different from the first day. This was more Android system oriented kind of stuff, Google apps, and then this was more of the stuff that I use on a regular basis. And I was doing a lot of actually uploading to YouTube and media, kind of transferring files. So different tasks and whatnot were being used on the second day. And the screen on time for the second day was over 2 hours, 2.5 hours worth of screen time. Now, honestly, I've gotten better battery life or screen time. I'd say I've gotten better screen time in the past with my stock battery versus what I got with the Laza Wireless. But at the same time, normally it takes about 3 to 4 cycles for a battery to get calibrated correctly with your device in order to get accurate readings. But the indication here is that it's actually not going to get that much more better than what I showed you. Regardless, I really love the concept of these batteries because they're extra. The reason why I say that is because let's say you don't have a charging cable or you don't want to mess with cables at all. All you have to do is swap out the batteries, and you always have a charged up battery ready to go. It's nice to have this cradle just sitting there with the battery on there, and you can just take it off when it's done charging and then swap it out with the battery that you need. Also, let's say something happens to one of your batteries. If it goes kaput on you or if it gets ruined somehow, you have your backup ones here that you can install and you're ready to rock. I really like that concept. It's got a sense of security to it, so I do recommend getting something like this, and I'll have a link in the description of where you can find these particular batteries. I do like this setup a lot. I like the cradle, I like the traveling case, I like the 2 batteries that it comes with, and it's all for a reasonable price. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so you can see more videos like this. Yeah.